Hello. All right, in this video, I'm going to go through the live proctoring and then also how to find the constructed responses from the short answer questions. Both of these videos have been sent out by the district, I think by mostly Joe Jarrett, but I just kind of wanted to put them together, make it a little bit more simple in hopes that if you guys haven't been able to use these features yet, that this helps you a little bit. If you already know how to do the live proctoring, feel free to skip a couple minutes into the video. Okay, so as you can see, I'm on my homepage of Illuminate. And I'm gonna go to live proctoring. It's the pink tile. It says we don't have any assessments open with administrators. You just click here to view all assessments. Something that I have found really helpful is to click this button over here, this little side switchy button where it says only show assessments with data. So this is only going to show me the assessments that my students have opened and started. So over here, we started our Math 1 today. So I can come here to action to this drop down. And there's an administer button. So I'm going to click administer. And then as we can see, I have 12 students currently working on this test. If I go to live proctoring, it takes me to this handy dandy page where it shows me in real time the questions the students are on, if they're getting them correct, how quickly they're going. It will even show me if a student goes back and changes an answer. It will switch, from red to green or green to red. This has been really nice for me, especially if I can see some students who are rushing or not taking enough time on each question. I can see because it's going very quickly through. So I've been able to contact them and tell them to settle down. So it also has this green check mark button. This shows me that they have submitted the test. If they have submitted the test and you see they only answered 4 questions, maybe they submitted it by accident because the submit button is in the right-hand corner instead of going to the next question. This is where you can also reopen the test. So if I needed a student to go back and finish, or maybe they want to try a different question again or whatever you want to do. If they leave it blank, here's where you reopen the test as well. You can also enable text-to-speech here as well. All right, so that is live proctoring. You can also do it by questions. Question 4 is my favorite because they are all getting it right. So this shows me where they are at on each question. It shows me the percentage of how many students are answering it correct, how many have responded out of who has started the test. So I can always just click the back button and go back to my live proctoring. So as you can see, sorry about the dog, view all assessments. Again, you just go to action, go to administer, and then the live proctoring. Again, very sorry about the dog. Kind of embarrassing. All right. All right, and now for your constructive responses. So most of you, depending on what grade you teach, has some form of a constructed response. We only had it in our math assessment. So you're going to come here to this orange tile for constructed responses. Again, click here to view all assessments. Your assessments will pop up. Mine, again, it was only in math. I come here to action, and you can come over here to view results. So I click on view results, and it's going to show me my students who have turned it in and completed it and all of their answers for all of the questions. I like to come up here and go by question. And again, it's going to show me all of the questions. So this is question 1 for my student Rain. It shows me that she answered it incorrectly. I come up here to constructed response, and this is going to show me just the constructed response questions. So if I look in my drop-down menu, I see that I had 5 constructed response questions in my test. So number 2, it actually automatically graded this for me, which is nice. And it gave her a 0 because she answered this question incorrectly. If I come to my next student, Brandon, they gave him a 1 because he was able to drag the correct number into the box. So I can manually change these. So if I look at Rain's, I could manually give her a 1. Obviously, I'm not going to do that because she answered the question incorrectly. So this is where you change the answer. If I come up here to a different question, let's say I knew question 10 had one they were supposed to type something in. So they all have a 0 right now because I would have to manually change it. Right here is where they were supposed to type in a number. She typed in something that is incorrect, so I'm going to leave hers as a 0. As you can see, there are multiple parts to this one question. So when I do my drop down, I have 0 to 4 points because there are multiple parts to this question. So I'm able to give 1 point if they got one part of it right and multiple points if they got it all correct. It automatically saves your work. It's really nice. It's kind of like Google where it continually saves, like if you're working on a Google Doc. So I can just continue to click through each question. And notice this was a drag and put them in the correct order question. So I would go through again. We have just 1 point for this one. And I can go through and give them a point if they were able to put them all in the correct answer or in the correct order. So I would give Brandon a point because he was able to put them all in the correct order. And it automatically saves. You can see down here, it went from saving to saved. And then if I go back to question 28, come back to question 24, now Brandon has 1 point. So again, I was able to find this by going to the constructed response tile. I went here to click all assessments. Remember, I like to click, if you have this unclicked, it's going to show basically every test that our district has assigned. So if you show only ones with data, it's going to only show the ones your students have clicked on. I went to action. I clicked on view results. And then I went up here by question. And I clicked on the constructed response option. And that's going to give me only the constructed response questions in this drop down below where I can save them. And then your test will be fully graded for you. As always, please reach out. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm definitely learning this along with you all, but please let me know if you'd like me to figure anything out. All right. Good luck and Godspeed.